The Independent Commission of Investigations, Indecom, says a report from a probe carried out at a number of correctional facilities across the island has identified several flaws. These include decaying infrastructure, regular bug infestation, poor sanitary conveniences, and in some locations, very poor sleeping conditions. Indecom's inspection and review of correctional facilities became necessary after the death of 81-year-old inmate Noel Chambers at the Tower Street Adult Correctional Center in January this year. Mr. Chambers spent 40 years behind bars without trial. His case motivated Indecom's probe to determine the possibility of such risks in other penal institutions. And following Indecom's investigations, it has recommended that modern correctional centers must be constructed along with repairs, additions, and upgrades to some of the existing prisons. Another flaw identified by Indecom was records of correctional centers, including medical journals and superintendent's journals and reports, were not kept or produced. But despite the resource limitations, inmates interviewed by Indecom did not report any instance of abuse and were in good health. Where there were health issues, the inmates told Indecom that they were treated regularly. The investigative body recommended quarterly inspections of penal facilities to include the kitchen and food storage areas. Additionally, it says inmates should have access to internal toilet facilities with a modern sewage or waste system, eliminate overcrowding, and the urgent maintenance of cells. It is also calling for the separation of mentally ill inmates from those fit to plead. And another recommendation by Indecom is for the wider dietary options, especially for inmates with lifestyle diseases. Indecom says a doctor must be available on a daily roster at all institutions and more nurses to assist inmates who are unable to care for themselves. Michael Shaw, Frontline News.